Welcome to Eric Blackmon Music.
Hi, and welcome to Eric Blackmon Guitar. In this tutorial, we'll be talking about the CAGED system for guitar. The guitar is a grid of notes. The notes are linear on any given string going up or down the neck, like E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, and so on, but not across the fretboard. The CAGED system can help us to visualize the fretboard much easier if we understand it correctly. So what is the CAGED system? The CAGED system is a way of better understanding the guitar fretboard using chord shapes from commonly used major chords. You see, the major chord shapes move up the fretboard in this order: C, A, G, E, D. This is where the name CAGED comes from. Now, there are many videos on YouTube about the CAGED system. The only difference between those and this one is that we will use easy chord shapes. Beginners will not do this using shapes that they can't get their fingers on. We will not be using any difficult bar chords, only the easier ones. We will also learn the notes in each chord as we move them up the neck, making it easier to track the notes as we move up the fretboard. The guitar is tuned standard E, A, D, G, B, E. So let's get started. The first letter in the word CAGED is C. So we'll start with a C chord with the traditional C shape. There it is. The plan is to move the C chord up the neck using the next chord shape designated by the word CAGED, which is A. So we've got our C chord. Now the notes in a C chord are C, E, G. So we'll take this A shape where we can find the note C, E, G, which will be at fret 5. That's an A shape, and that's the shape we're going to use. Okay, so we've got A down here, and we're going to move that up to the 5th fret. And to keep it easy, we're only going to play the D, G, and B strings. Now every time we use that A shape, we'll play this chord or use that shape. The root is in the middle of the chord, which is the G string. So we have the notes C, E, G at fret 5. For the next C chord up the neck, we will use a G shape because G is the next letter in the word CAGED. Here's our traditional G shape. But we will not use that shape because that shape is too hard to move up the neck. If we move it up, see what happens? It changes. So we're not going to use that shape. And it's also harder to make on the neck. So what we're going to do is use this shape. That's a G inversion. Now that's with the open D, G, and B string, and then a finger on the A string at fret 2. Now this G shape can be very useful. This is the same shape commonly used by players like Jimi Hendrix, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and John Frusciante. They would take that shape up the neck like this and then hammer onto it like this. So we've got that 5th on top, like that. So that's the one we want to use. So we're going to move that up to here. So we're barring fret 5, and we're going to put the ring finger on the A string at fret 7. Our root note is on the G string. The next letter in the word caged is E, so we'll use an E shape. E is formed this way. Now normally, to move that chord up the neck, we'll have to do this. But we're not going to do it that way. What we're going to do is use an F shape like that. Now for our E shape, we've got our finger on fret 8 on the B string and high E string, a finger on the G string, fret 9, and a finger on the D string, fret 10. Now that's our E shape. For every E shape we play, we're going to use that shape. So one more shape, the D chord shape. So the notes in a C chord are C, E, G, and what we need to do is find C, E, G in that shape. In order for us to do that, we're going to have to go all the way up to fret 12. And we're going to play just the G, B, and high E string. That's our C. See, here we go. That's C, way up there. Okay, so all our shapes for C would be the C shape, the A shape at fret 5, the G shape at fret 5, the E shape at fret 8, and the D shape at fret 12. So the next chord in our sequence is the chord A. So now that we've moved to A, we're going to loop around and play an A shape, G shape, E shape, D shape, and then a C shape, and we'll get A, C sharp, E each time. Those are the notes in an A major chord. So we've got our original A chord here, our G shape, our E shape, our D shape, and back to our C shape. So every time we need to move from the D shape to the next C shape, we're going to do this. So we've got D, and then our next C shape, because we don't want to do this. That's very hard to do. So we want to take that finger out and do this. And that's going to get us the C shape we need every time. For this one, I'm at fret 9, barring from the D string down, a finger goes to the B string, fret 10, and the D string, fret 11. And that's going to be my C shape. If I did it here, it would be like that, and here, like that. So that's a movable C shape that's not very hard to play. So once again, next we'll go to our traditional G shape and move it up the fretboard. And the notes in the G chord are G, B, D. So we're going to start with our G shape, move to our E shape, that'll be at fret 3. We'll move to our D shape at fret 7, our C shape, fret 7, and our A shape at fret 12. So here's our G chord going through all our shapes. Next is our E shape. This is our traditional E shape. So for our E chord, we'll play our E shape, D shape, C shape, A shape, G shape, back to our E shape. So here's our E chord going through all our shapes. E shape, D shape, C shape, A shape at fret 9, and then our G shape. And then if we wanted to do another E shape, we just do this. That's way up there. Last but not least, our D chord moving up the fretboard in the shapes. Starting with our D shape. We'll move to our C shape, our A shape at fret 7, our G shape, our E shape, once again, the D chord going through the shapes. Now, using the CAGED system in this way will help you to get out of the cage. In other words, you'll get to the point where you know where all your major triads are moving up the neck, giving you a better idea of how to play notes on the fretboard. Well, friends, that's it for now. That's my take on the CAGED system using easy chord shapes. Thanks for stopping by, and have a great day.